Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning into our live stream here today. I'm Sean Haney, host of Real Ag Radio on Rural Radio 147, as well as founder of realagriculture.com. You know, we just finished Real Ag Radio. We just got off the air. So much concern right now about the future. Well, this year, what is going to happen with the 2020 version of the Temporary Foreign Worker Program? You know, there's over 60,000 temporary foreign workers that come to work in Canada every year. And the reality here right now is that there's a lot of doubt. Like last Friday, government makes an announcement. Everybody is like, hurrah, this is actually going to happen. And the reality is that this week has been a sobering second thought because it's all about implementation. How is this actually going to happen? So many questions. One of the main ones is actually, how are they actually going to get here? With so many canceled flights, there is a lot of concern right now whether or not, if you have access to a temporary foreign worker, can you actually get them from where they're coming from and get them to Canada with all the canceled flights? Some of them can't even leave their country, never mind get on a plane. It is so concerning. We had the Minister of Agriculture and Agri-Food, Marie-Claude Bebeau, on the show today, and she talked about how it's really up to this organization, Farms. Well, our team has been working very, very hard on trying to follow up and see what is actually going on. They seem overrun and inundated with calls and requests. There is just a lot of confusion out there. We talked to Bob Lowe today from the CCA, Canadian Cattlemen's Association. He said, temporary foreign workers are an integral part of the beef processing value chain. So this doesn't just affect fruit and vegetable growers. This also impacts the livestock sector as well. One of the other things is who pays for that 2-week isolation period, which is kind of, we've never had to deal with this before. But if they actually do get to Canada, they have to isolate for 2 weeks because of the COVID-19 outbreak. And if you get past all of that, can they actually get health insurance? That's another question. And it has a lot of farmers really losing faith in the fact this will actually go through. A lot of farmers have told me that one of the things that they're doing is that they're starting to go out and trying to find Canadian workers to fill some of these voids and that's a challenge in itself. But they're just saying, you know what, I'm never going to get my temporary foreign worker. It's just not going to happen. I can't put all my eggs into that basket. I am going to have to maybe hire some domestic labor, which, you know what, honestly, you could look at it on the positive side, glass half full. That's a positive thing possibly for the economy too, because so many people are really out of work. To be honest, all of this reminds me of kind of when Canada legalized cannabis, right? So there was the headline, Canada legalized cannabis, and everybody's like, yeah, great. Some people were against it, but whatever. And so then what happened was there was little thought or time put into the implementation of that legalization. It's kind of the same thing here. What's happening, COVID-19 has so much of the government resources tied up. There is so many things, so many moving parts at once. The announcement came late on Friday night. And really, there's a lot of questions this week whether or not it is even possible on the tight timelines. Like if we were in November or we were in December, yeah, you could probably argue that maybe this could all happen. The reality is we are now, next week, it is April 1st. And so we're getting super close to planting. We're getting super close to when those greenhouses are going to need some of these workers. And they are just not going to be here because they haven't even got onto a plane yet, never mind getting through that 2-week period. Want to encourage everybody to go to realagriculture.com and check out all of our coverage of the COVID-19 situation and listen to Real Ag Radio every day on Rural Radio 147 at 4:30 Eastern. You can also download the podcast of the show at iTunes, your favorite Android podcatcher, or else go to realagradio.com too. There's lots of ways to hear what we're going on. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you very much for getting real and getting connected with Real Agriculture.